simulates it's on a rev limiter.
What is up, guys? This is me, Gary Car Guy, and today I'm here to tell you about my first and very special Ioniq 5N experience. It's been about 6 or 7 years since Hyundai's put on a ride and drive, and my dealership here was actually gracious enough to send me to this event. And honestly, it was absolutely amazing. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, you probably already know what I was doing in Atlanta, but you haven't had my full experience. So that's what this video is for. So let me stop talking and come along so that way I can show you the Ioniq 5N. So what even is an Ioniq 5N? Well, the Ioniq 5 is Hyundai's premier electric vehicle, and N means that it comes from the motorsport division of Hyundai, like Nismo of Nissan or M of BMW. And interestingly enough, Hyundai and BMW does have something in common, or more accurately, someone by the name of Albert Biermann, a legend in the automotive industry. Not only has he had a hand in making some of the best BMW M products in the world, but has also helped develop the Kia Stinger, the Genesis G70, and the Veloster N as well. And alphabetically speaking, once you get done with M, you move to N. Well, at least that's the joke. Officially, N stands for two things. The first is Namyang, or Namyang, depending on how you pronounce it, which is the global R&D headquarters for Hyundai. Think of it as the Skunk Works for the modern Korea brand. The second meaning is better known, especially if you're into performance anyway. The German track so grueling, its nickname is the Green Hell, the Nürburgring. The Nürburgring is an expansive racetrack complex that is nearly 13 miles long. To put in perspective for my fellow Floridians, that is 5 times longer than our beloved Daytona International Speedway, and it's where Hyundai, as well as many other manufacturers, have technical centers where performance theory is put into practice. And just to show you how good the N engineers are, according to fastestlaps.com, the Ioniq 5N is half a second faster than a Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. Pretty impressive. By the way, guys, I really am a salesperson here in Orlando, so if you happen to live local and want to either buy or custom order your Ioniq 5N or any Hyundai or Genesis really, all you have to do is click the link below that says schedule with Miguel. Once you're here, I can show my managers that I'm doing my job to bring in my guest, and they're gonna give me an extra $500 bonus cash, which I could then pass on to you, either in extra discounts or just cut you a check back for the car that you want. So, amazing cars, amazing service, amazing deal. What else is there left to say except make sure you click that link and come and see me. But let's get back to the end. Now, in order to make a heavy EV more light on its tires, Hyundai has taken the Ioniq 5 and given the N 42 extra welding points for rigidity, and also strengthened critical areas of the body for the punishment of racetrack use. Add to that a slightly bigger battery pack and beefier motors than the regular Ioniq 5s, the N variants are able to complete 2 full-bore racing laps of the Nürburgring before losing any performance. Now, if on the other hand, you're going to use it as a daily driver, Hyundai says you can get up to 221 miles of range. Now, I'm sure that somebody's going to be saying, oh, well, that's not enough range. Well, to me, that's always like trying to judge a fish by how well it can climb a tree. Yeah, no, it's not made for that. The Ioniq 5N isn't necessarily for miles. It's more made for smiles. And when you look at it from that perspective, you realize it's actually pretty hard to beat. All right, so hopping in. How you doing?
Great, yourself?
Good. This is Jeff. He's our driver because I can't drive it.
Thanks for coming out today. Appreciate you spending time with us.
First time.
And
Ioniq 5N.
You all buckle in?
Yes, I'm all buckled in. I'm ready to go.
So what we're going to do, we're going to pull up and just show some of the performance features of the car. Right now, I just press the N button on the left. That gets me into N. So everything's a Sport and Sport Plus. We want to do 0 to 60 as quick as we can. So let's activate launch control. Let's add 40 horsepower. So 3, 2, 1. So it simulates it's on a rev limiter. 77 miles an hour and right around 300 feet or so. So it just handles like a sports car here. Slow it down for the slalom. The good part is, as you know, the suspension's adjusting every millisecond.
Every millisecond.
You know, whether it's the all-wheel drive or the shock absorbers and so on. electronic stability control. It's always doing something because the road's changing. You never see it really a flat road. Also, the weights change. You know, every 2 laps I get different people in the car, so it makes up for things I really can't do. All right, this time we're going to activate the NE shift mode, so it's going to feel and sound like we're shifting through 4 of the 8 gears. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're in first gear. It even has a red line. If I didn't shift, it would like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It sounds like it's downshifting. All right, let's add the boost right now. There's 40 horsepower boost.
Yeah, baby.
I can turn the boost off. Go back to using the paddle shifters.
Wow, that 40 horsepower doesn't sound like much, but it makes a huge difference.
It does, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I know 600's enough, but if you got 40 more, why not use it? And it lasts for up to 10 seconds, but you can turn it off after 1 second if you want.
Very
or as soon as you want, so if you want to go back to shifting, you can.
Very cool. Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Wow. That was awesome. Like, he said, okay, I'm at the 40 horsepower, and then, yo, it took off. It was absolutely amazing. So super cool, so super fun. And look at that color, so beautiful. Performance blue matte, baby. Now, you guys know that I work for Hyundai, but when I first read about the Ioniq 5N making fake sounds and fake gear shifting and only having peak horsepower for 10-second intervals, on paper, I thought it was the stupidest thing they can do. And I wasn't alone. Even EV critics will acknowledge the fact that electric cars have outstanding performance and definite benefits for on-track use, but ultimately, many will say that the whole experience feels a bit soulless, citing a lack of feedback or sound from the vehicle. But after the in-car experience, I now know the Ioniq 5N bridges the gap between past and future driving fun by giving drivers the feel and sounds they've grown accustomed to over years of driving, while still offering the mind-bending acceleration with monstrous torque only achievable through electricity. So while some diehards might only think that Hyundai was successful in building a giant Korean power wheel that masquerades around as a track beast, I know what it really is. It's the automotive equivalent of baby food. It's a taste of something different that might just change your world forever.